Hey guys, welcome back to the garage. We're going to work on a little project today where we are going to make a little table that we can put my little boy's snowman on, and so he can play with them for Christmas and just kind of set up a little indoor Christmas scene. So we're going to mark out our boards, get some things measured and cut, and start putting this guy together. Our first cut we're going to make is at 4 foot on this first board, and then this is what's going to hold our top shelf. So we're going to cut this guy in half, and we decided we want it 3 feet tall. I'm going to go to this board here, and we're going to cut it. We're going to make a line at 3 foot. We're going to flip the tape, make another mark at 3 foot. So those will be so then we'll have our leg, our top, and then these 2 boards we're going to keep because those are going to be our feet and possibly like a stringer down in the middle. So we'll see. Alright, I'm going to get these cut. We'll pick it up in a second. Alright, we're going to go ahead and make our next cut at 45 inches. And what that cut's going to be is it's going to go between those legs to try to keep everything square. And we're cutting it at 45 inches because that will be the inside measurement between those 2 2x4s. Go ahead and mark this off. Make sure we get our cut on the right side.
I have been getting way more into free drilling after getting some of these boards, and the quality of these boards has just gotten terrible over the years. So I'm getting more free drilling to try to keep from cracking the boards all out.
putting these in, I'm putting this crossboard just a hair below the leg. And the reason for that is to try to keep it from wobbling. And I mean just ever so slightly. There we go. Now we're going to flip it over. And that's basically going to be our table. This is how high it'll be. This side will have the big top on it. And I'm going to put that smaller top right down here. And I will have legs going down the sides to help keep it from tipping. Alright guys, we got our legs cut, and I put a screw right in the middle, but I drilled 4 holes here. So I'm actually going to use these 4 holes to level and make sure the shelf is plumb. So I'm only going to use this center screw first as we kind of paint it and get everything set. Like so. Now we're ready for some black paint. I'm gonna go ahead and get a coat on this, and we'll pick it up here after a while.
I'm not very good at painting, so for this project I enlisted the help of my wife, who loves to paint and does a way better job than I do. So here she is, taking over the painting portion.
Alright, we got a couple coats of paint on this. I've got my countertop centered. And we're gonna add, I'm only gonna put 4 screws in this because it's just gotta hold it in place. There we go. Now all I gotta do is cut some notches in my lower piece, get that measured and put on, but I'm gonna let the paint dry a little longer. We'll see you in a bit. Alright, our next step is I'm gonna cut a notch here for this upright, so that way this piece will sit right on top of that stringer. So I've got my shelf flipped upside down and I'm just marking everything out right now.
Come on, let me ask you something. Let's set off the metal detectors first. I'm letting your ass and shit in your brains.
Now we're gonna go do the same thing on the other side.
You don't want those planes to start splashing the atomic if they run out of fuel. What I want is very important.
There we go, guys. All there is to it. Now I got a nice spot to put my little boy's snowman on, and another thing we can kind of decorate for Christmas. So we're gonna get this thing in the house and get a position. So about the last thing we got to do here is I want to plumb this table up. So I've got my screws that I'm going to put in those holes that we pre-drilled. So I'm going to go ahead and get them started. And then I'm going to use my level here and get this guy nice and plumb. Alright. I'm liking that. I know what you're thinking. 4 screws, isn't that an awful lot? Yes, yes it is. But I had them, so I'm going to use them. And there we go. A simple little holiday project. All done. Now we can do more decorating.